Good evening. Hunting season is upon us, and Saskatchewan hunters now have the opportunity to enter the 2013 Big Game Draw. The draw gives hunters the chance to get a head start on the season. They must have their own hunting, angling, and trapping license identification number to enter the draw, and is open until June 17. Now, for more information, you can visit the government website. Budgets and bills were under political scrutiny this week as both Alberta and Saskatchewan legislatures wrapped up their spring sessions. Newcap News had a chance to talk with local representatives from both provinces and see what the highlights were from the meetings. Bart Pediasic reports.
Tim McMillan's office in the border city sits closed for the holiday weekend. But it wasn't that long ago when our local representative was in Regina for their regular session. Growth was a theme at the Saskatchewan sitting as they celebrated the province's advances over the last years. McMillan says you can even see that trend right here.
More schools that need to be built. In Lloydminster, we've got 2 under construction right now, ensuring that we have the healthcare facilities and staffing. All these things are things that come with growth, and they're challenges that we're glad to address.
McMillan says he was proud of the passing of another balanced budget in the province, among other bills.
I think the budget bills will obviously be very important. I think the updating of the labor legislation has got quite a bit of debate. I think that's an important one for the working people of Saskatchewan.
The Alberta legislature passed their own much-talked-about budget.
That was the effort that dominated, from the day that the budget was read on March the 7th through till the day of passage in last week of April. And, in between there was the estimates procedures and that sort of thing.
The Alberta sitting session wrapped up 3 weeks earlier than expected. According to Starkey, it was at the request of the official opposition. But even with less time available, representatives were able to finish their work.
We made faster than expected progress on some of them. Others took longer than what was expected, but the progress that was made overall was quite rapid, and so we were able to wrap up the session sooner.
But even with the early end, Starkey says the job isn't done.
The sitting time is sometimes not nearly as productive as time spent either in the constituency working with constituents or traveling the province doing work with important stakeholder groups around the province on other things.
Bart Pediasic, Newcap News.
It's good news for some local organizations in and around our area. The Saskatchewan Liquor and Gaming Authority is providing $1.6 million in charitable gaming grants. Lloydminster will be receiving nearly $15,000, while North Battleford will receive more than $11,000 and Meadow Lake with more than $12,000. Many soldiers in combat who come back home arrive changed, often returning with physical or psychological wounds. This is why the Lloydminster Royal Canadian Legion in Lloydminster is helping fundraise for the Wounded Warrior Weekend. It's a chance to give back to those who have sacrificed and served for their country. This year's Wounded Warrior Weekend will be held in Nipawin, Saskatchewan in August. Last year, the Nipawin branch invited 80 troops from Canada and the United States.
And this year, they're expecting 120 of these Wounded Warriors coming to enjoy a weekend of golfing, fishing, country music events, and good dining at no cost to the warriors.
The Royal Canadian Legion is helping out to fundraise for the event. The cost of bringing in each soldier is approximately $2,500.
So we need to do as much as we can, showing that we appreciate what they've done for us and also what we can do for them now that they're back from the areas of conflict.
The Legion will be hosting 2 events. On June 21st, they will be having a beef supper and silent auction. And on July 6th, there will be a charity disco dance to raise additional funds. You can visit the local Legion branch to purchase tickets or to donate.
You're showing your support for our Canadian troops who are serving or who have served in different areas of conflict, and these people need our support. We owe it to them.
For more information, you can visit the Wounded Warriors website. And Cal joins me for our first look at sports. Amazing for Beckham. Good for him. I mean, he's retiring. He's been such a good, awesome player. I guess now, in going into his, commercial H&M ads.
Yeah, he can just continue to be a big celebrity now. It doesn't even have to worry about soccer.
Now we're talking about baseball. We actually have a final preview.
Yeah, we're doing them all week. We've done 4 so far. This is the 5th one. The last, but certainly not the least, local team in our week-long preview is the Border City Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays finished the 2012 NSRBL season with a respectable 8-6 record, earning them a spot in the playoffs, only to be bounced in the first round by the Meadow Lake Sox. The team from the border city is looking to better that finish this year.
We'd like to improve on it for sure this year if we get the guys out and everybody's committed and get some more wins. Hopefully get a little higher spot in the playoffs and get a little easier in the first round.
Yeah, league didn't go as planned. Just it's always tough in this league with travel and things like that. You don't always get the top guys on some of those road games, and that can cost you heading into the playoffs.
The majority of the club is returning for the 2013 season.
All of our main group is back, and we've got Jason Fector from the juniors as a big pickup for us.
Early in the season, so tough to know how it'll all shake out yet, but hopefully continue to grow from last year.
Pitching was a bit of a concern towards the end of last season, so the Bluebirds have taken steps to shore up their pitching staff heading into this year.
A little depth in the pitching department, which is always nice. As we get older, we got to look for a few younger bodies, so a little youth is always appreciated, so that'll help out.
Now it's just a matter of everything coming together at the right time.
We'll be competitive as always. I think the league knows that they're going to see some strong pitching from us, and it always comes down to our hitting. If we show up with the bats, then we can definitely play with anybody in the league.
The best Junior A teams from around the country have been battling it out in Summerside, Prince Edward Island for the last 9 days to determine who is Canada's best. Today the tournament wrapped up with the championship game between the Brooks Bandits and the hosts Summerside Western Capitals. The Bandits are leading 2-1 after 40 minutes of play. Anthony Petrozelli and Dakota Mason have the goals for Brooks, while Christopher Casey has the lone tally for Summerside.